Hi, so this is my gameplay video for junior and senior referral work. I've had to do sort of a mix of design and tech work, just because there were so many issues with the foundations of the game that I couldn't possibly create a new game mode using those assets. So I had to fix a lot of the blueprints. Um, I won't show you all of the blueprints that I fixed because it was just so many. A lot of it was just basic sort of stuff like incorrect variables. Yeah, just like things not connected properly, just using the wrong nodes in some places, so just things like that. So it wasn't too big of a deal. It's just a bit time consuming to go through it all, find all the bugs, fix all the bugs. Um, so I focus more on things that I've directly added rather than fixed per se. So first thing was just made a simple spawner because the whole spawn manager sort of system that we had set up originally wasn't working correctly. It was only spawning one wave of enemies, and that was it. Um, I didn't really bother going too much into depth trying to fix it because it was just simpler to make a nice quick thing like this because this is all I need for what I'm doing. Um, so yeah, just set a timer to spawn AI. I can change the rate and if it should loop, so I can spawn multiple ones from one spawner, or as you'll see in the Gauntlet, I have them set up so they just spawn once because it fits the game mode a bit better than continuous spawns. Um, After that, the AI, I spent a lot of time fixing and cleaning the AI because we wanted something simple um, that just used multiple attacks uh, based on their weapon, but there was just so many problems with it. They would all clump up and they couldn't move. So I had to add in code so that they would be aware of where the player was and then move around the player, also being aware of where each other was, of course. Yeah, they would all rush the player from their spawn rather than waiting for the player to get in a certain distance of them. So I added that code, which we'll take a look at in a second. They would only attack once and then just like stop functioning. So I fixed that and added in the random deviation on the wait time, so they're not all attacking at once. Um, so this is the get distance between code. It's really simple. It just gets where the axis location is, where the AI's location is, and then if it's below a certain amount, then the AI will just stand still and wait for the player to come to them. Because like I said, I didn't want the player to be rushed by all the enemies as soon as they enter one part of the gauntlet. This attack player, I fixed it so the AI would rotate to face the player because in the team's version they didn't. They would just swing their sword wherever, and it looked very strange. So yeah, I added that, fixed that. Um, so this is the gauntlet that I made. It's fairly simple sort of stuff. I didn't have a lot of art assets to work with, so I just sort of had to make do with what I had because I can't create art assets at all. So yeah, you kill all the enemies, all the AI that have spawned in this section. It did have a small problem with them running past the player initially. I tried to fix it, but it must just be a bug so embedded in the code I couldn't find it. Um, if you try and open the gate beforehand, you'll get a message to say that you have to kill all the enemies first. So we kill the final enemy in this section, and then we're able to proceed. You'll notice the enemies in here are stronger. Um, it'll continue like this until basically the player's overwhelmed and they can't possibly kill the enemy anymore. We keep track of the kills, so you can sort of see how well you've done at the end, and then uh, eventually make it competitive, leaderboards, all that kind of thing. But that's way outside the scope of this prototype, obviously. But yeah, that was the design approach and idea behind it. Just a gauntlet with increasingly difficult waves. Have it so that you can pick up different weapons, get different skill types, skill sets, and all that kind of thing, which is in the game. I just haven't gone as far to include it because it was already stuff that had already been made. It wasn't anything new there. So yeah, that's what I've done for the junior senior. I feel like this fits quite well with the initial idea, and obviously I was, like I say, limited by the assets I had, so I had to work within that constraint. But yeah, I don't feel like it's too out of scope of what we had in mind initially. And like I said, I fixed blueprints along the way, created my own, and created this gauntlet. Right, thanks.